Hey there guys, John Campea here and welcome to my movie vlog. You know, when Suicide Squad came out, it got kind of mixed reactions from both fans and critics. I personally kind of like that. I'll put a link to my review in the description below. But one thing you can't argue with is that the film did overperform, making nearly $750 million worldwide. With numbers like that, you would have to be certifiably insane to not do a sequel. Now, of course, the first one was directed by the wonderful director David Ayer. Unfortunately, he's not coming back to do the sequel. He's moved on to do Gotham City Sirens. So we've been left to speculate about who could possibly direct Suicide Squad 2. Now, a lot of reports have come out over the past number of months about certain people who have been in the running. Names like Mel Gibson, an Academy Award-winning director and directed what I thought was the best film of the year last year, Hacksaw Ridge. We've got Jonathan Levine, who's directed such films as The Night Before, Warm Bodies, and 50-50. I really like this guy's movies. Ruben Fleischer, who directed Zombieland, Gangster Squad 2, and Daniel Espinosa, who directed films like Life, Child 44, which I think is kind of underrated, and another really underrated film, Safe House. However, we might actually now know who is directing Suicide Squad 2. According to a story in The Hollywood Reporter, a story which also reports that Zach Penn has been brought in and written a brand new treatment for Suicide Squad 2. Now, Zach Penn also has story and writing credits on films like The Avengers, X-Men 2, and the upcoming Steven Spielberg film Ready Player One. And the trade is claiming that the brand new frontrunner for the Suicide Squad 2 directing gig is Jaime Collet-Serra. Look, it's important at this point to keep in mind, The Hollywood Reporter's not saying that they have hired Serra to direct Suicide Squad 2. They're simply saying at this point that he is the current frontrunner and it looks like they might be going that way. All we can do as fans is hope that this is not true. Look, I've got no problem with Collet-Serra. If he was announced as directing some average movie coming out, I'd be interested in seeing what he's doing. But the DCEU right now, other than Wonder Woman, has struggled with putting out films that are completely divisive amongst fans. None of the DCEU films before Wonder Woman have been able to gain widespread fan love or widespread critic approval. They've all been divisive down the middle of the road. So then they finally hit one out of the park with Wonder Woman, and they want to go out and bring in a director for Suicide Squad 2 who has never made anything but movies that are completely mediocre and the fans don't love and critics don't love. And I'm not exaggerating here. This guy has yet to make a movie that has gotten broad-scale fan love. Listen to the films he's done here so far, okay? We got films like Non-Stop that had a 59% critic rating, but more importantly, look at these numbers. A 63% fan rating. Or how about The Shallows? A 77% critic rating, which is the highest critic rating he's ever gotten, but only a 59% fan rating. What about House of Wax, that Paris Hilton classic? A 25% critic rating, a 42% audience rating. What about Orphan? I'll be honest with you, I didn't mind Orphan, but a 55% critic rating and another 63% fan rating. How about another Liam Neeson film, Unknown? 56% critic rating, 55% fan rating. Another Liam Neeson film, Run All Night, 61% critic rating, 57% fan rating. The underlying story here is that Warner Brothers, if The Hollywood Reporter is correct, has as their frontrunner of Suicide Squad 2 a dude who has never made a film that audiences love. That's what they're looking at. And once again, this completely confounds me, especially when you consider they just hit it out of the park by going out and getting a great director in Patty Jenkins, and now they would do this? I'm sorry. There's no way to spin this. I have been tremendously impressed with the way Warner Brothers has been handling everything the last couple of months, but no matter how big of a Warner Brothers fanboy you may be, there is no defending this if this is actually what's going on. There's no upside to this. There's no spinning this. There's no way to make this out to look like a positive thing. So I don't know, maybe The Hollywood Reporter is completely wrong and tomorrow they'll announce, I don't know, Christopher Nolan's coming in to direct Suicide Squad 2. I don't know. But I don't know, maybe I'm in the minority here. I want to know, what do you guys think? If this is true and Collet-Serra is indeed the frontrunner for Suicide Squad 2, does this excite you? Do you really like some of the movies that he's made? Do you think there is some upside to this? Or like me, is this a confusing choice? Is this a choice that really confounds you and seems to go off the beaten path of what they just established with Wonder Woman? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Hey, while you're here, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on social media on Facebook and on Twitter, simply @John Campea. And until next time, bye-bye.